Hey YouTube family, so I'm back with another video giving you guys my tips on how I get a flawless twist out. But this can work on any set such as perm rods, braid outs, flexi rods, all of that. As usual, as soon as I get out of the shower and I'm done washing my hair, I like to separate my hair into 4 sections just because it makes it easier for me since I have a lot of hair. And then I put in my leave-in conditioner and I detangle with my wide tooth comb. When detangling your hair, it's important to start at the ends and then work your way up. This is the safest and easiest way to get the tangles out of your hair. Once I'm finished, I just twist it up or just clip it up and then move on to my next section. So here you'll see me doing the same thing, putting in my leave-in conditioner, and then I'm about to detangle. But you know, I just had to pause it right here and show you guys my little wavies, because ooh, they was popping, okay. Once all my sections are detangled, I like to start from the back and then I take a small section. I like to spray it with some water. Then I put a little bit of my product on. And then I like to further detangle. It's a more thorough detangle with my tangle teaser. As I get closer to the bottom of the twist, I like to detangle just once more to make sure I got all the tangles out. When I get to the bottom, I like to twirl it around my finger, or I just twist until I can't anymore and then it just stays in place. Depending on how big I chose the section to be, sometimes I will flat twist first and then I will just finish with a regular 2-strand twist, or if it's a smaller section, I just do a straight 2-strand twist. I don't flat twist it. But if it is a big section, I like to flat twist it first just so I don't have puffy roots. So it's the next day, and of course my twists aren't dry. Like, my hair takes forever to dry, so I'm either gonna wear these twists out like that or put on this little scarf thing I made out of some leggings. It's really up to you, however you want to, you know, wear your hair the next day if your hair isn't dry, but just don't take them down while they're still wet. That's the most important tip. There isn't a specific way I like to take down my twists. I just kind of unravel them in the opposite way that I twisted them. But I do like to start in the back and then work my way up to the front. So this is what it looks like before I separate, and excuse my ends, I know they're really bad, like I needed to get them cut again, but this is what my hair looks like before I separate and fluff it out. . Alright you guys, so this is the final result of my twist out. All I did was, from the last clip, I fluffed it out a lot. I really like big hair, so for the first day I wanted it to be really big, so I did fluff it out a lot. I used my pick, my best friend right here, my pick, but lately I haven't, almost dropped it. Lately I haven't been using my pick because it tangles my roots, so I use my hands. I just go in, lift up like that, and then it, you know, it gets big. So you could either use your pick or your hands, whichever one. But let me get into these tips though, because a lot of people come up to me and they love my hair and they're like, oh my gosh, is that a twist out? I can never get my twist outs perfect, like they never come out defined and all that. So this video is for you guys, so you guys don't have to struggle anymore. So the first tip I have for you guys is to make sure that your twists are dry. Like, I know that sounds like it could be self-explanatory, but a lot of people don't take their hair down when it's officially dry, even myself, as you can see from my past videos. So definition is going to be when it's dry, because when you take it down when it's wet, it's going to frizz up. It's not going to have any definition. It's just going to be a waste of your time. So make sure they are 100% dry. I left these twists in for about 3 days. I could have took them out in like 2, but I mean, I wasn't doing anything, so I left them in and I made sure that they were fully dry. So make sure with all of your styles that they are dry first before you take them down. My next tip is to, well, I would say to do it on wet hair, like soaking wet hair. You get your best definition from super wet hairstyles because it's setting that hair in place and it makes it not go anywhere. So I like doing my hair on soaking wet hair, well, at least my twist outs. So do it on soaking wet hair so it can set to your liking, okay? So the next tip that I have is don't use too much product, because if you use too much product, that makes it a longer drying time, if I'm saying that correctly. The drying time is a lot longer when you use a whole lot of product. So as you can see in my hair, I actually did use a whole lot of product, so I had to keep my twist in for longer because it wasn't dry after like the first day. Like even after 24 hours, my hair wasn't dry yet. So if you use less product, that is going to result you in a faster drying time. Now me, I didn't really mind using too much product because I knew I was going to leave my twist in for a while. Like, I don't mind having my twist in for a long time because, you know, that's just less manipulation on my hair. So I left it in for a while, but if you don't want to leave yours in for a really long time, try to use less product when you are styling. The fourth tip that I would say is to make sure your hair is fully detangled before you twist, because the more detangled it is, the smoother it's going to be, and the smoother it is, the more defined your twist can come out. So that's why I use my tangle teaser a lot before I twisted up the strand, and even when I was close to the bottom, I would tangle tease, just because, well, use my tangle teaser, because the smoother the strand is and the more detangled that it is, the better your twist will be defined and the better your twist will hold. My fifth tip would be that if you want to speed up the drying time, sit under a hooded dryer or sit under like a bonnet dryer. That's the kind of dryer I have. And when you sit under a dryer, even if you're doing like a wash and go, that dryer, for some reason, it makes your hair shinier. It keeps the it doesn't give you as much shrinkage, so your hair is elongated because it pretty much dries in place, if that makes sense. Like when you air dry, you're giving your hair time to like shrink up. That's what happened to my twist. But if you use the a hair dryer, then the hair ends up drying in place faster, so you have less shrinkage. So if you want to speed up the drying time, I would say to use a hooded dryer or a bonnet dryer. If you want to wear your twist out for a very long time, well, a longer time than what I would probably wear my twist out, I would suggest not separating as much as I did and not fluffing it out as much as I did on day one. I feel like those are all the tips that I can think of right now that I do so I can get a really defined twist out, but it works for me. I mean, you can see here that my hair is pretty defined, other than my ends. I probably need to get them cut again. Actually, I know I need to get them cut again. these are the tips that I do for my twist outs, and I get really bomb like twist out results. So yeah, I would suggest you guys do the same. If you guys have any other questions for me for my twist outs and how to get a defined twist out, please leave them in the comment section. Like, y'all gonna be talking to me when I tell y'all at the end of my videos to leave me a comment, but I really mean it. So leave me a comment if you have any other questions or concerns, I guess. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.